Grandma Margaret and has a bad memory. She always forgets I've already eaten and makes me another huge bowl. I felt like I was going to explode. So, the dog walking by? I fed him 2 bites. The squirrels running past? I scattered a little for them. The kid walking by? I looked up and asked, want some? The kid looked surprised for a second, then blushed and nodded. He licked the spoon clean. Then his eyes rolled back. He hit the ground. Fed. I was terrified. I was just about to scream for help. But the next second, I saw floating text appear in the air, like a live stream chat. LMAO, the mac and cheese took him out. Instant food coma. Exactly. I bet the male lead never expected his first time passing out would be from being too full, not from starvation. Chapter 1. When I was 10, my parents were too busy with work to take care of me. They shipped me off to the countryside to live with my grandma Margaret and Grandma was amazing. She was gentle, kind, and cared about me so much. But there was one problem. She was getting old and her memory was terrible. She kept forgetting I had already eaten. One minute she made me a huge bowl of beef stew, and the very next second, she forgot and made me a massive bowl of mac and cheese. Staring at the golden, gooey, steaming pasta in my hands, I knew this was Grandma's love. Grandma's love makes you fearless, but it also makes your jeans tighter. I pinched the soft roll of fat on my cheek and let out a dramatic sigh. Grandma didn't notice my distress. She just smiled brightly and said, Summer, sweetie, Grandma is going to work in the garden. You be good at home, okay? I'll bring you back some chocolate chip cookies. After giving her instructions, Grandma grabbed her garden shears and left. Watching Grandma go, I sat on the porch steps holding the bowl, staring into the middle distance. Eating it? Impossible. But tossing this much cheesy goodness should be illegal. So, I turned my gaze to Buddy, the dog walking by. After scooping 2 spoonfuls into Buddy's bowl, he was stuffed. He flopped onto the ground and started his afternoon nap. I had no choice. I looked at the squirrels running past. But their stomachs were even smaller. One tiny bite, and they sprinted off. Looking at the mac and cheese in the bowl, which had barely been touched, I was officially out of ideas. I couldn't help but look at the kid walking by on the road. He was wearing a white t-shirt that had been washed so many times it was practically see-through. He was staring straight ahead, about to walk past me. I looked up and stopped him. Hey, want some? I held the bowl up high toward him. Maybe he didn't expect me to talk to him. The boy turned his head in disbelief, pointing at himself. Me? I nodded. Yep. Hearing my cheerful voice, the boy's dull eyes suddenly lit up. Chapter 2. But he was probably still a little shy. He stood there awkwardly, completely frozen. He looked like a deer in headlights. I didn't have time for this. I dragged him down to the porch steps and shoved the bowl into his chest. Eat it quick. Mac and cheese tastes gross when it gets cold. I'm telling you, my grandma makes the best mac and cheese in the world. It's delicious. He gave me a skeptical side eye as I hyped up the pasta like a Michelin salesman. Then he picked up the spoon and took a small bite. Then a huge bite. He didn't just eat. He inhaled it, like he hadn't seen food in a week. Watching him devour the food, I smiled with satisfaction. Hee, now it won't go to waste. I sat next to him, watching him finish the very last bite. I was just about to ask him how it tasted. But the next second, I watched him go limp and slide onto the ground. No way. Is he lactose intolerant? I never heard of that. I was terrified. I was about to sprint to the garden to get Grandma when a bunch of glowing text appeared in front of my eyes. LMAO, the mac and cheese took him out. Instant food coma. Exactly. I bet the male lead never expected his first time passing out would be from being too full, not from starvation. Don't worry guys, this trauma is just character development. He's gotta suffer now so he can meet the heroine in college. Classic trope. Sigh. Speaking of which, this supporting character is actually pretty kind. Too bad she's going to be miserable later. She gets confessed to by some psycho classmate and harassed for a long time. Looking at the chat chattering away, I only understood 2 words. Food coma. Haha, then it's fine. But he can't just sleep here. Grandma said you can't catch a cold. Thinking of this, I stood up and ran into the living room to get a small blanket, but just as I was about to tuck him in, the next second, I saw him blushing as he grabbed my hand. He mumbled a quiet no need. Then, with a red face, he ran away. Watching his back as he sprinted off, the chat went crazy with laughter. Ha ha ha, the supporting character is obsessed with tucking him in, right? She made the little male lead so shy. Haha. Watching the chat scroll by rapidly, I didn't really understand it. Whatever. I grabbed the empty bowl and skipped back inside, humming a little tune. Hee, mission accomplished. Chapter 3. But by dinner time, I couldn't laugh anymore. Because Grandma came back. She made me a huge stack of maple bacon pancakes and added 3 massive turkey legs. Afraid I wasn't full enough, she took out 10 chocolate chip cookies she brought back for me. She touched my face with a big smile and told me to eat slowly. Then she went to the community center to play bingo with the other ladies. The table groaned under enough food to feed a football team on Thanksgiving. If you didn't know better, you'd think 3 guests were coming over. Maybe because I was grimacing so hard, the chat laughed too. Ha 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 ha. Is this the legendary Grandma's love? This love is heavy. Exactly. Those pancakes are as high as a mountain. Wait, if she eats all that, she's gonna gain like 10 pounds. Ha ha ha. Exactly. I really want to know, what is the supporting character in Grandma's eyes? A garbage disposal? Ha 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 ha. Watching the overwhelming chat, I didn't recognize many words, but I saw the word pounds. Well said. Don't say it again. Chapter 4. I couldn't finish it. But this was Grandma's hard work. I definitely couldn't waste it. But it was late at night. Buddy was already asleep. The squirrels were gone. The barn was a no-go. Too much cobweb, not enough me-sized space. No choice. I had to take the pancakes and turkey legs to find that kid from this afternoon who could eat like a black hole. If I remembered correctly, I saw him at the bottom of the hill before. Should be, maybe, his house is there? Because it was summer, it got dark late. So before